Okay. Um, Destiny 2, as you guys can hear the last couple of days, they are no longer updating the game for Destiny 2 starting June 9th. June 9th is the last update for Destiny 2. They haven't said anything other than some things are coming back with the update in the update, probably from like past time, and that this is it, man. So I didn't read much, but we're gonna go through everything this article is saying. And I'm gonna warn you guys, I have not played Destiny 2 in over probably since in over a year. I actually tried to come back to this game. I actually wanted to finish all the like expansions and stuff like that. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to like commit to going back to this game and grind on this game. And I'll wait a minute until I saw a post on Instagram a couple days ago from a legit source that Destiny 2 is no longer getting any updates after June 9th. And I'm like, damn. Wow. So, let's see let's read this article and let's see what this article is about. So, for almost 12 years, we have had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with you all through all the ups and downs, surprises, and trophies. Think of trophies. Building Destiny alongside our players has been a momentum privilege. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, it has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. As our focus turns towards a new beginning for Bungie, I'm gonna say this. I was reading this article and I saw new beginning for Bungie. The new beginning for Bungie was was before Destiny 2 came out. That was your beginning of Bungie. This is not the beginning of Bungie. I'm going to be clear right now. This is not the beginning of Bungie. Because right now it is suffering. They had to Bungie had to cut off some workers. That's what I've been hearing is they had to lay off some workers, and I think all they don't have a lot of people really to kind of keep this game like keep going with the updates. So that's probably why, because they're mainly focusing on other games such as Marathon and future games which we do not know yet. We will begin uh, cubating our next games. Now, they haven't said anything about any new games yet. They haven't said anything about a new Destiny title. They haven't said anything about any game that they're working on. So, and to be honest with you guys, I do not think that we are going to get another Destiny title for another 5 years. probably for the next 5 years from now, we are probably not going to get a Destiny 2 title. And I feel like this is probably going to be the same waiting time. I'm not saying it's going to be very long like GTA 6, but it's going to be very, very close as maybe potential of waiting for a good period of time to if Destiny 3 will ever like you know like exists or something. So to that end, on June 9th, that is the last update, we will release the final live service content update for Destiny 2 to begin that new journey as a studio. Now, I don't know what the studio is going to look like for the next several years. Because, to be honest with you guys, the game that I've been seeing some content with Marathon. I don't know. I really don't know about that game. I really don't know where that game is going to go, to be honest. And legit right now, $40 for low-key a full-on multiplayer game is kind of crazy. Now, I know that Arc Raiders is a full-on multiplayer, but it's an exploration type. There's probably like a whole big map that you can explore, and actually there's like missions to do inside the game. But for Marathon, it's just a multiplayer. It's like a PvP type. I don't even think that they have a campaign in the game. Who knows? There might be a campaign in the game, but right now it's a full-on PvP game, and for $40 for a small PvP game is not really worth it. We are proud of Destiny 2, the places it took us, and the legacy it has created. Because of y'all, our universe is vast, built on years of shared stories, adventures, and victories. From Kasumdrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, we have forged lifelong memories and friendships with you all. We incredibly grateful to everyone who made that journey with us. From the deepest part of our hearts, thank you, and we'll see you in the stars. Damn. Wow. That is a heart-to-heart message right there. That is a heart-to-heart from a D3 or from a year 3 player. That just sunk my heart a little bit. Damn. Since Destiny 2 launch, Guardians have turned back the darkness, defeated gods, shattered blades, banished nightmares, outplayed Savanthan at chess, and forged legendary stories across the Soul System. On January 9th, Destiny 2 Moment Trophy will be available to all players. We are inviting all Guardians to take part of the celebration. Okay. So, yeah. One thing I would say. So, small character beats to leave the story. Encourage reading and exploration. Easter eggs, callbacks, reveals, and love. Wow. So they're pretty much bringing all these. I think these are going to be raid bosses, and they're bringing them back. I actually knew this boss. I actually played this raid a few times. I've never beat it because every time I was in a group with a raid, we always got stuck on this one part. And like, dude, we couldn't be like, we even got to the end boss. Like we even got to the boss and we still couldn't beat the raid. Like I've never beaten the raid before, so I'm actually have my first time beating the raid. Um, and hopefully, so all portal activities are still available to players. Notes, bottom director, okay. So, and then I saw Spirit Racing is back. So Spirit Racing will be back, and thank you. So, wow, that is crazy. I'm gonna say one thing. Bungie screwed up. This is for my opinion. You guys can agree. You guys can disagree. But I feel like the part that Bungie kind of effed up was that they removed the Red War, the main story of Destiny 2. The main story of Destiny 2. Now, they also discontinued or got rid of the first two expansions. Now I get that because when I played the first two expansions, I wasn't really getting the story that much. The story just wasn't feeling it. A lot of people had the same opinion that like the story wasn't all lining up. Like it's just like wasn't it. So Bungie said, well, you know what? We're going to get rid of the Red War and the first two expansions to make room for future DLCs and expansions, which was probably the biggest mistake that they could have ever done, because they wanted to do is to make the community happy by going back to Destiny 1, making Destiny 2 a little similar to the Destiny 1 story, which kind of low-key doesn't make sense because you could still play on Destiny 1 servers. Like Destiny 1 to this day is still active servers. So why would you make a attempt to go back to Destiny 1, create where the Guardian woke up in this whole like abandoned town or city with full of cars, going into this building, go through, and then to start the game? I felt like Destiny 2's story was fantastic. I maybe not the story itself, but maybe other things like the Crucible. Maybe the movement wasn't great. Crucible wasn't that great for like the first couple of months. A lot of people were complaining about how the game wasn't feeling that great. But I low-key love the story of Destiny 2. I think the Red War had a great boss. I think the ending was great. And it just felt... It felt joyed. And now Bungie said, you know what? We're going to get rid of the Red War with getting rid of the first two expansions to make room for other expansions. Bungie never did this with Destiny 1. They kept all of their files. They kept every single bit by part story from Destiny 1 and didn't change. Maybe they changed some stuff, but only little But then coming to Destiny 2, they changed quite a bit of things. And which that made me sad because later on, right after Bungie got rid of the story for the Red War and the first two expansions, we're hearing that there's a lawsuit going on with Bungie and this other company. Maybe it was Activision or something. I don't know what was going on. There was some lawsuit. I didn't really read on what it was about, but overall, the files to the Red War and the first two expansions, it sounds like they're gone. Like they're no longer there anymore. I don't think anybody who works for Bungie can find those files, can find any of the game files to put the Red War back. And that kind of disappointed me. And I was like, you know what? I'm low-key done with Destiny 2. I wasn't really feeling Beyond Light. Like I saw gameplay of it. I was like, I might give it a try. We'll see. And then I didn't really I think I did play it a little bit, but then when I think it was it Beyond Light? It was the next one after Beyond Light. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, or Fallen Light or whatever it's called. Um, I played that. It was good. I think I played the beta version of that game, and it looked pretty good. Like I enjoyed the story of it a little bit. Um, but man, Bungie, I really wish that Bungie could have made a decision on having the Red War stay there and then just kept going with these other DLCs because they didn't have a problem with after Destiny 1 and the first two expansions to get rid of the story of Destiny 1. They didn't have any problems with that. They had enough space to make The Taken King and then I think Rise of Iron or something like that. They had enough space to make all of that. But for Destiny 2, now I know that there's 4 big expansions after the Red War and first two expansions. There were 4 big DLCs, which is understandable because in Destiny 1 there was only 2 big ones. And I kind of get it why they wanted to make room for those 4, but it's still like you got to keep the story the same for new players because low key I always wanted to go back and restart Destiny 2 from scratch and play the Red War, play through the Red War, fight the boss, fight the boss in the raid. And now we can't really do that because it's not there anymore. Now, if Bungie still had its files for those titles or those expansions, they would have probably maybe considered making like maybe a separate game, calling it like Destiny 2 remaster or something like that, like Destiny 2 remastered, and only having those 3 like expansions or something like that, having like a remaster and having a separate game for it, so then people can still enjoy playing in the Red War. But I don't know if it's gonna have a lot of people playing the game, but who knows? Like there might be some people popping up in the game. I would buy it for sure. I don't care if it's $70. I don't care if it's $80. I would buy it because the Red War was actually a legit good story. Like all the other things during the beginning of Destiny 2, I get it, weren't that great, but the story was still great. Maybe a lot of people said the Red War wasn't for them, but did, to be honest, I think when first Destiny came out, there was a lot of people that saying like this, there was some things that they didn't like for Destiny 1 story, and then they did the first expansion, second expansion. But after the Taken King, when they did all the updates and they changed the voice with the ghost, people love the game. People absolute love the game from the beginning to the to Rise of Iron. People love the game, and you didn't do that for Destiny 2, which is disappointing. And I really, really hope, I doubt it, but maybe in the future they could remaster Destiny 2, but they're going to have to look at gameplay from other people, and it's just going to take time and time to make it not like perfect like Destiny 2, but something close to it. I think that would be maybe a good idea to like maybe revisit is the Destiny 2, or just maybe call it, or make a whole new Destiny game for just the Red War. Just call it Destiny, like call it the Red War, a Destiny story, like what Star Wars does to like solo movie, or like Rogue One. Maybe that would be something Destiny could do, is make one of those games in a couple 3 or 4 years, to have like bring back old titles that they've got rid of, like the Red War. So, but who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows what Bungie and Sony's gonna do? But for right now, Destiny 2 is officially over. Um, I'm. I have no words. I have no words. I just want to say thank you to Bungie for everything you did, from the good times to the bad times. And I hope we can meet again. So, yeah. So I found this. It is about how Destiny 2 fans are going through some rough times the last couple days. I think this was posted today. It was about Marathon Steam reviews, and I'm gonna say, yeah, Destiny 2's fans are spiring after Bungie announced the sci-fi would be sunset with one final update in June, while they're paying tribute to developers who made it. Others are lashing out and looking for someone or something to blame. Few have settled on Bungie's new PvP extraction shooter Marathon. So let me be clear, it's a PvP game. They haven't said anything about a story expansion. It just says PvP for $40, and it's not worth it. And these are the look at the bad reviews. Like I know there's good reviews, I know there's bad reviews, but let me make it clear. I saw the gameplay. It's not for me. I'm probably never gonna buy it. For $40 too, you could have made it a Game Pass game, and maybe there won't be a lot of bad reviews, but if you're moving on from Destiny 2 to go into this game, at least make it available for maybe people who have Game Pass or people so it's not so expensive, because $40 for a PvP game with small maps is it's not worth it. I wouldn't buy a game if it's just PvP and it's $40. No, I wouldn't. That's that's ridiculous. If it was on Game Pass, I would try it out. I would give it a try, but $40, no, it's not worth it. So, here's something. Their theory of the case is that Sony is making Bungie kill Destiny 2 so that Marathon has a shot at living. Resources that might have been invested in rebooting the company's existing shooter are going to Bungie's newest project instead. I feel like Marathon isn't gonna live for last for a very long. I think Marathon will low key be dead. Probably since it's a new game that just came out a couple days ago and there's a lot of people playing it. I feel like once, you know what's crazy? I think Marathon, uh, I think it was smart for Bungie to put Marathon out right now, because I'm going to tell you right now, once GTA 6 comes out, if GTA 6 comes out, I've been seeing some posts that I don't think there's going to be any more delays. It's officially November 19th. When GTA 6 comes out, nobody's going to be playing Marathon. Maybe like a couple thousands of people still. But I to be honest, I feel like what Bungie is doing is they made a PvP game so then that way people can maybe try out a new game, and then if it's not for them, but they're secretly Bungie's secretly making a Destiny title that we have not known of, and maybe in 2 or 3 years they're gonna announce, hey everybody, Destiny 3 has been announced, and I'm like, holy shit, wow. And then they won't say it won't be available until like, let's say 2030, something like that. So that's probably what, maybe that could be a good theory, is that they're secretly making a Destiny title that we don't even know, but who knows at this point. But for right now, I'm gonna say that Marathon isn't gonna last long. I don't think so. Going to our last thing about Destiny is that if you can see here, there is a petition for Destiny 3. Now, is this petition going to work? I do not know. To be honest, most petitions out there don't even work. Like, they don't even care. But let's see where it's at right now. It's over 100,000 signatures. Over 1,000 signatures. Over 100,000 signatures. Yeah. It's over 100,000. And I'm going to say this right now. This could be a good prediction. Who knows? If the signature count goes from 100,000 to 500,000 to 1,000,000 signatures by maybe next week, because it's skyrocketing right now. This is probably like the first day, or maybe it came out yesterday. But if there's a bunch of signatures out there, like from to 500 to 1,000,000, I think that is a sign for Bungie to maybe say something. To say something to Sony. Maybe have a discussion of a potential Destiny title. It doesn't mean that, oh, Bungie saw this. Okay, everybody, we're going to make a Destiny 3 title, or we're going to make a Destiny title. That doesn't mean that Bungie's going to do that. I think if it gets to around there, there might be some talks about a Destiny title, but we don't know because it's only at 100,000 signatures. But anyways, guys, it is almost 7:30. I want to move on to another segment, but I just want to say, Bungie, thank you for everything. Let me see. I started 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 10 years. 10 years. Well, actually, I'm gonna say I haven't played it in a year, so I would probably say 8.5. I've been playing Destiny for like 8.5 years. So yeah. But anyways, guys, let's move on. Thank you, Bungie, for everything you can do. And hopefully soon we'll get a new game, a new Destiny game, and everybody will be grinding once again.